What's up guys, Baker Boys Outdoors, and today we are going to be trying to recreate the Googan Baits Blue Baby Crack and Craw color. I'm sure they offer this color for other baits, but I've got the Crack and Craw in this color, so that's what we're going to do. And I don't have a craw mold, so I'm going to be using a beaver bug. Alright, so we're going to get a better look at this color. Open these up. So the top seems just like a regular green pumpkin, and then with black flake, and then the bottom looks like a pearl light blue shad looking color. So that's what we're going to try and recreate today. Alright, to recreate this bait we're going to be using black flake for both colors. And then for the blue we're going to be using this light blue and this pearl white. And then black flake. And black flake with this watermelon green color. We're also going to be needing the dual injector, since this is a 2-color laminate, and the mold. This is the mold we're going to be using. 1 cavity beaver bug. Then we're going to use this mixing block to get that laminate on the top and bottom. Before I start mixing the colors, I'm going to set out one of these baits right here on the vise, so I can have a example to look at the entire time. I've got the plastisol nice and shaken up, so we're gonna do a cup of each color. There's that. Then we got a cup there. So now I'm just going to heat both these up to where I can start adding flake and color. The first cup is ready to be colored. So this cup is going to be the pumpkin with black flake. You guys won't be able to see me, but the color's more important. I'm going to start off with 1 drop. Then we're going to add from there. We're going to do another drop. Another one, and another one. Still got a lot of transparency. So I'm gonna add 2. No, we're gonna do 1. One more. Okay, so that's our color difference right there. I'll bring this closer. And I think they're pretty close. So now I'm going to add some black flake to this. 1 scoop should be enough on that because the Googan bait doesn't have a ton of black flake. Yeah, that's a good amount right there. I'm going to add 1 more drop of this just to make it a little darker. And then that should be good for the top color on the Googan bait, or our shot at the Googan bait. So I'm going to put this over here, and then we're going to get this color going. Alright guys, so this color, or this cup, is ready to start adding color to. I'm going to add the blue, just 1 blue, or 1 drop of blue. I'm always going to start out with 1 drop, just so I know what the color is going to look like, because once you add the drops, you can't really take them out. I think I'll go 2 more drops and then add the flake and pearl to it. And then if that's not enough, we can still add blue on top of that. Add the flake first. Good amount of flake in there. So now I'm gonna take this pearl white and put it in there, if I can get it open. Oh, there we go. Just a little bit of that. A little bit of this pearl powder goes a really long way. I'm going to go with some more blue on this, just to get it a little bit darker. One more drop. Do a little comparison here. I think that's as close as I'll get it, so now we're going to get these both around the same temperature, and then we can inject this mold. Here's a top view of both the colors, just in case you guys couldn't see that as well. I'm going to heat both these up for about 10 more seconds, and then we can get ready to pour in the dual injection mold. Alright, so both these colors are very close in temperature, so we're going to go ahead and fill the bait. keeping pressure on this injector so that no air bubbles form while the old plastic is cooling. I'm just going to top this off. I'm going to let that cool off and then we can see how close the baits look. Mold's cool, everybody, so take this out. Okay, so what we learned from this pour is that both colors are too transparent, so that means we just have to add more color to them. Alright, so to make these batches darker, I've got a darker blue and should be darker green pumpkin. So first we're gonna change this color. We're just gonna start by adding 1 drop again. Okay, there's 1 drop. I'm gonna add 1 more drop. And I think that'll look perfect in the mold once it gets a lot thicker. Now we're gonna make this green pumpkin try and look less transparent with this green pumpkin instead of the other stuff. One last drop. So both our colors are looking a lot darker now. So now it's time to get them both at equal temperature, and then we can pour again and see what it looks like. We're gonna let that cool, and then I'll show you guys how it looks. Alright everyone, make sure the bait is cooled. Okay. So what I've gathered is the bottom color is perfect. Could use just 1 more drop of blue, but the top needs to be way darker. So the only way I'm gonna be able to achieve that is by adding probably 3 more drops of the green pumpkin and then maybe 1 drop of black. For this blue, we're just gonna add, by the way, I heated these back up again. We're just gonna add 1 more drop of dark blue. Mix that up in there. Okay. Bait feels ready to pull out, so we're gonna see what we got on this injection. Oh yeah. That looks way, way better. pumpkin's actually dark, but it's still not dark enough, so we're just going to add 1 drop of black and 3 drops of green pumpkin to the pumpkin color, and the bottom will stay the same. Bait's cool, so now we're going to see how this turned out. Okay, we're getting closer and closer every time. We are making baby steps. So it's got a darker top, perfect bottom. So now we just gotta keep making that top darker. Mold feels ready. So we're gonna see how this one turned out. Ooh. Okay, mold was not ready, but the color looks really good. Looks a lot darker there. And the belly is perfect. I'll do a comparison here. We've got the belly, and then the top. Those look almost identical. I doubt that I can get them perfect, but I'm gonna shoot some Senkos in these now. Alright, colors are same temperature. I'm gonna be doing a beaver bug and a full Senko mold. So that was the Senko mold, just because it took a lot more plastic. And I think I've got the colors down almost perfect. The only thing I had to do was add a little bit more black flake to the blue. So hopefully this will be the one. Both these molds are cooled off, so you're going to see how the Senkos and beaver bug turned out. Oh. Beaver bug turned out perfect. I think that's the closest we're going to get to the craw. I'll do a comparison at the end. But I got that pumpkin color dark enough to actually match the Googan bait. Oh yeah. These are the Senkos. That belly color, spot on. And then that pumpkin color, spot on. I'm gonna throw these in the water, and then once they're set, I'll compare them so I can show them to you guys. I laid out the Googan crawl next to the beaver bug that I made. This is my closest representation to this bait. So as we look at the top color, this has more of like a yellowish brown transparency, while this just has a straight pumpkin. I'm not sure exactly what they did to get that color, but that is my best shot at it. So now we're going to compare the undersides. So they both look very similar, but this is just a little bit lighter, and has a very purplish pearl to it, while this just has a white pearl. It's very hard to tell on camera, but I think I nailed the similarity on the bottom color. So that's the comparison of what I made to the Googan Baits Blue Baby Crack and Crawl. Here's a representation of the Senko I made compared to the Googan Crawl. Same thing with that blue color, looking the same, but when I turn this over, it matches the Googan Crawl a lot better, just because on the appendages with beaver bait you could see more of a green color instead of that yellow, but just with this solid top color it matches this solid green color on the Googan bait. So I think the Senko looks a lot more similar to this than the beaver, but that's what I came out with, and I'm pretty happy with it. Well, this has been me trying to recreate the Blue Baby Crack and Crawl color. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you'd like to see future videos like this, go ahead and drop some comments of, doesn't have to be Googan, but any colorways of baits that you guys like a lot. I will try to recreate them. So this has been Baker Boys. See you guys in the next video.